Hi everyone. Today we are learning how we can use ratios to solve problems. So we can use equivalent ratios and or ratio tables to help us solve problems. Now, you could probably solve each of these problems without using ratios, but that would defeat the purpose because we're here to learn about ratios and how to use them. So for number one, it tells us that a car dealer sells 6 cars for every 3 trucks. This is a ratio statement, also known as a comparison statement. Let's write it as a ratio. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take the ratio statement and write it as a ratio. So 6 cars, make sure you include the unit, for every 3 trucks. And we are going to write an equivalent ratio to help us answer the question. So the rest of the question says, if the car dealer sold 24 cars, how many trucks did he sell? So they give us the information about the cars, so we're going to fill in another ratio about the cars. So now instead of 6 cars, it's 24 cars. That looks like a 9, that's a 4, there we go. And we need to figure out how many trucks that will be. So I just left a blank space for that. And here's where we can use equivalent ratios to help us out. So we can do this one of 2 ways or both ways. First, we can look at the relationship between cars and trucks, or we can look at the relationship between cars to cars and then trucks to trucks. So let's take a look at the cars to cars first. We see 6 cars turns into 24 cars. So that would be multiplying that number of cars by 4. The number of cars is being quadrupled, so that means the number of trucks also need to be quadrupled. So 6 times 4 is 24, 3 times 4 is 12. So we get 12 trucks. Now let's check to see if that fits the other pattern. We see from 6 cars down to 3 trucks, that's dividing by 2. If we divide this number of cars by 2, do we get 12? 24 divided by 2 is 12? Yes. So that's how we're going to show our work for these problems. I'm going to get all my scratch work out of the way. I need my eraser. Okay. Get all my scratch work out of the way. And you can just leave it as 6 cars to 3 trucks, 24 cars to 12 trucks. Another way you can show your work when you're typing in this document is 6 times 4 cars to 3 times 4 trucks, and that shows us our 24 cars to our 12 trucks. So then for the next problem, we can use a ratio table as well. Get this answer out of the way. Okay. So this one says Frank can mow 5 lawns every 2 hours. How many lawns would he mow in 10 hours? And on your device, you can make a ratio table. So we're comparing lawns to hours. Then we make a table. And if you don't prefer using a ratio table, if you would rather do it the other way, that's fine. I just want to show it both ways. So 5 lawns every 2 hours. Got it. How many lawns would he mow in 10 hours? So hours now is 10. And now we have to figure out, okay, 5 lawns in 2 hours. So that 2 is multiplying by 5, because 2 times 5 gets 10. So that means we need to multiply the number of lawns by 5 as well to finally get 25 lawns. 25 lawns.